Hello everyone, my name is Beta. Um, for those of you that haven't seen my previous videos, I just want to introduce myself. I'm a student. I go to a university in Maryland, and I'm Iranian American. Okay, what this video is about is kind of a commentary and a reaction to the whole UCLA student who was tasered 5 times in the library of his school. I just watched the video a short time ago. There was actually a link to it from a Persian site that I frequent, and I was very disturbed, to say the least. Let me tell you why this affected me on so many levels, and I'm sure some of you can relate. First of all, because I'm a human, and this was another human being suffering, and obviously we can all empathize with that. And not only was it this particular person who was suffering, but I think all of the people who were there and unfortunately had to witness this event as well also have to suffer as a result of this. The family of the police officers have to suffer with the embarrassment that they raised such children that would grow up to do such a thing. And I'm sure the police officers themselves, in hindsight, are very disturbed with their own actions and what they've done, or at least let's hope so. If not now, in the future they will be. The second reason why I think a lot of us can relate and why this is, affecting us so greatly is because on YouTube, the majority of people are young people like my age, and the rest of them are probably our parents. So a lot of us go to college, and a lot of us are students, and we can really relate to the experience of sitting in a library. And what we find, what's really disturbing is that this can happen to you. This can happen to me. This can happen to anybody. This isn't like when we watch videos of someone getting pulled over drunk, being tasered, or just some random person in the street. This is somebody who's just like you, sitting in the library studying, or somebody like your child who's at school, who you expect to be safe at this school. And lastly, the reason why this affected me also is because obviously the student was an Iranian American as well. So obviously, I empathize with him also on that level. I just don't understand why, in general, why people want to make each other suffer. I mean, I'm not a hippie by any means, but I mean, just like seeing recent world events, because I do think this all links together. Making other humans suffer is nothing new. Wars have been around for a long time. But why? Isn't the world a hard enough place to live in already? Why should we add to each other's suffering on top of that? Why is it that we've become so immune to each other's suffering? Why is it that it's so easy for police officers to abuse other humans now? Why is it that it's so easy for us to allow really our country to go to war with other countries? Why is it easy for us to forget about Lebanon? Why is it easy for us? And I am by no means blaming the students that were unable to do anything, although I saw a lot of them were protesting, and I'm sure it was mostly out of fear and shock. But why is that we can't even defend ourselves now? This is some kind of a illness, I think, that we're all really suffering from. This kind of maybe numbness or feeling of hopelessness, like we can't do anything. Even for those who weren't numb to the situation, I'm sure they felt like, what can I do? This is just, I feel so many emotions about this. I'm disgusted, I'm disturbed, I feel sorry for all the people that, were a part of this experience. And my position now is that it happened. Obviously, we cannot turn back time, but the focus should be now on what are we going to learn from this? What are we going to do about this? Obviously, we can go after these police officers and prosecute them, and I'm sure they will be. But more so than that, I think this is a problem in general with the police, having an abuse of power, and in general with the people feeling the sense of hopelessness, like they can't do anything to defend themselves anymore. Like we're at the mercy of people that would rather use violence and force. Um, I don't really think it's necessary to go into the details of the video. It's pretty obvious what happened for those of you that don't know yet. There was besides, these are basic things. There's a student studying in the library, forgot his student ID, was told to leave. He was on his way out, and he was attacked brutally several times. Um, Obviously, this is wrong. I don't think anybody is contesting that. The question is, why did this happen? I think instead of just attacking these police, I think we should really question them, really ask them what's going on, and maybe we can see into the minds of this disease a little better by doing this. We can see the reasoning behind it and the causes, and hopefully be able to prevent it from there on out. So the question I would ask of all of you, and that I'm asking of myself now, is what am I going to do differently in my everyday life because of this? I'm a student. Obviously, I go to the library. I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. And I don't want to feel ever hopeless like the people that were standing by, and I certainly don't want to raise a son that turns into a police officer who does this to other people. I don't want to see other people suffering mindlessly for absolutely no reason. Um, so really, I would ask you all to question yourselves, why could this have possibly happened? And what are we going to do about it? Um, I guess that's pretty much my stance on everything now. Obviously, I was very mad at first, and I saw some, people making videos shouting and yelling about it, and I completely sympathize with you and empathize with you, and I feel like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done feeling like a victim of this society's brutality, and I'm not specifically referring to America. I'm referring to in general. And I'm done feeling sorry for people and feeling sorry for myself. And I just want to figure out what can be done. What can be done now. So I really encourage you all to maybe discuss this, think about it, and get back to me and what your opinions are and what you think. Okay, so thank you for listening to my video. I hope I didn't bore you too much. And yeah, I'll probably make another video about this. Okay, take care.